The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 57 yards. And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Commanders 0. Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A second down throw for Brissett. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. From the red zone now, Brissett. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. Brissett going to move him around here.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And now an audible here into something else.
Kill. Go.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like this call. I know they weren't successful on it, but so many times defenses load up trying to get a safety when you're in this spot. How about taking the shot downfield, hoping to use their momentum against them? They didn't get it, but I sure like what they were doing there.
Now a 2nd and 10. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. On first down, Tagovailoa. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4. Tua going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this to the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
All right, come on.
On play action, here's Tua sliding out of the pocket and going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Second down, Brissett. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. Brissett on first down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Brissett going to move him around here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Dolphins' 46-yard line.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
That's another Washington.
Now they'll change things up.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw, Brissett. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Gun. Hey, kill. Yo, rabbit. Go.
On third down, Brissett. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Brissett again. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Gun. Hey, kill. Rabbit. Go.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 3rd down and 13. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, kill. Gun.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, kill. You're 19. Hey. Go.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington has taken the lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Slide for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Berrios now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Robinson on a give right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Brissett going to move him around here.
Brings up second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 65 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. Third down, all you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play and what a change of fortunes.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Brissett throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Middle of the field, he's got McClellan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's Samuel, caught left side. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Go.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This to swell the lead to 6. Sly able to put this one through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Cran Martin.
My bad. Is he going to quit?
Good decision, which is what you expect from a veteran team. 4-3 in the air goes off the line. It was Lewis who let it go.
They're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far. They want to be in position to make the
crossover special. Yo-yo action. There's a freshman from Camden, and that forces the timeout. DJ Wagner.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And just put it down the over the screen. This to the 15-yard line.
Tim Hardaway killed crossover to good action. Illinois State. They'll have to do something about that. DJ Wagner.
A first down. He's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
But throws him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously the field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal, go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
Robinson up the middle. And he will have the Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner and get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Robinson going to take this down just short of the
begins next Saturday.
Kentucky knocks up the ball on the chalk.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game.
Edwards cutting the baseline and throws it down. He does that exceptionally as well.
Yeah, you got a basketball mind. You told me about that before the game. You love the way that Edwards cuts, moves without the basketball. He's a guy who doesn't have to have a play ran for him.
GG.
They got a couple of steals tonight, too. Russell is averaging about 10 points a game. Lewis gets hacked. And so Kendall Lewis is headed to the free throw line.
I won, Adam.
They just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
Love the action. The Illinois State has been running at the side ball screen, trying to get Charles Davis on the goal.
You've been watching the
NFL on EA Sports. Kentucky on the defensive end. If you run multiple
Thank you.
then it typically would have been.
pick up the victory as we say so long from our
Just
nation's
remind you here,
capital.
quick moment. We got a brilliant SEC opener next week. Top 25 battle featuring Ole Miss and Tennessee in Knoxville, 6 Eastern on the SEC network. Conference play around the corner.
And that number by the Ole Miss Rebels is a little low to me, frankly. You're looking at the fact that a team is undefeated. They knocked off an incredible Memphis team who I think can make a run something to the second weekend or further. Now, they'll be tested, but you got to think about it. This is a combination of coaching staff with Chris Beard and his staff there that has competed with the best. So they're not going to be afraid, but they will have a tall task against the Volunteers. The Hall of Fame inductee Rick Barnes.
They scored 80 against Memphis last month, or I should say a few weeks ago. High-scoring Rebel team this year. Shepard, just an effortless stroke, shooting close to 60% from the floor. It's eye-popping his efficiency to begin the year. It's not like he's only taking 2 shots a game. Shepard for about an hour and change away from Lexington, hometown London, Kentucky. Best player in the state. He's been one of the better players in this arena this year. Banks passed up an open look. Burford, late shot clock offense. The leaner missed it. And there's Edwards down with the board.
Burford's having a problem with a lot of the length that Kentucky has. They're really long on this perimeter.
Dillingham hoists it. Foster down with the board. You're a team like Illinois State. How do you alleviate that dealing with the length and athleticism of a program like this?
There are 2 ways. You want to try to use your angles, which is what we're trying to do with screening, whether it's ball screens or like this triple screen to come across and roll to the basket.
Oh, Shepard, get that out of here.
Oh, God, explosions.
The rules and regulations relating to judiciary rule, what I worry about.
Kentucky stretches its lead and now.
You live in SEC
They
country.
have the power of
You see it, hear it, and feel it everywhere you go. Traditions and rivalries surround you. And there's no
What's
such
the
thing
point
as too much.
Yeah.
As much as you celebrate the game,
We look tight.
celebrate your financial wins.
I heard I'm gonna take that this time.
As you pray for the next
Bye, play little
because
ball.
in the SEC world,
I look tight. We look weird at the same time.
Yeah.
Somebody, yeah.
I'm practicing.
No, I look, that's the practice makes perfect.
Yep.
Looks like a Chinese dragon.
I think
Good
it's
job.
got a little secret spot. Look out there. That is a heart and a
I see that,
smile.
but remember you was trying to blush or whatever, you can see it now. Let me see that was that.
This one is serious face. This is
or
the
have trouble hearing conversations.
Serious blushing. What the blushing got to
Don't
do
waste
with it?
thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get
Yeah,
MD
blue like
Hearing's
that.
revolutionary Neo hearing aids
I'm gonna
for
close
just
my door.
$299 a pair. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The Neo is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology, many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Neo hearing aids for just $299. Plus, we'll add in a portable charging dock and ship your order absolutely free. The Neo is nearly invisible with its tiny in-the-ear canal design. and you can get 2 Neo hearing aids with a 45-day risk-free trial, free shipping, and free lifetime U.S.-based support for only $299. So call now.
800-582-2829. Again, that's 800-582-2829.
The college football playoff semifinals. New Year's Day on ESPN.
We're 3 days away from the college football playoff semifinals. SEC Network has got you covered because Alabama's in action. Of course, LSU is as well. They start pregame coverage at 8 a.m. Eastern. It wraps up after the Alabama and Michigan playoff tilt in the Rose Bowl. They're going to break down both games. The other LSU against Wisconsin.
Who you got?
The Lion-Quest Bowl.
Who you got, football guy?
Alabama and... You think I'm going to say Texas rematch 09? No, Washington. They were underdogs against Oregon. They're underdogs again today. I think the trend continues.
Okay. I like that. I'm going to hold you to it, too. I'm going to hold you to it.
We'll discuss our wager at halftime.
How about Illinois State? We talked about the defense of Kentucky. Illinois State started out 5 of 9, have gone 1 of 10 since then. And that's allowed Kentucky to go on that 17-4 run over the last 8 minutes. That's what you have to teach young guys, just the value of defense. You know, in the high school level, it's all about scoring and threes and dunks. But if you get stops, that's what leads you to hang another banner.
Late shot clock offense. Kentucky looking for a stop here. That 3 for Banks went down and out. Wagner to Reeves. Caught that one in traffic. Burford recovers, and now Wagner resets. He's been the alpha this year at times for Kentucky. Everybody remembers DeWan, of course, played for John Calipari at Memphis all those years ago. A father-like son. 4 to shoot. Reeves now has to improvise. The 3, that's off.
Not a bad look, though. Solid defensive trip by Illinois State.
Again, the Redbirds have gone cold. They're one of their last 11 from the floor. And they have played in some lower possession games. They only average about 68, 69 points per game. Off-balance runner. That's nice. Jordan Davis. Spent a couple of years in Wisconsin. That's Johnny Davis's brother, who was drafted by the Wizards a couple of years ago.
Yep, Dad played for the Milwaukee Bucks as well.
Shepard is fires from deep, and then a foul on the floor. So that'll be against Lewis. That'll be the Atlanta native's second.
Well, I like the fact that Lewis and Burks were both going after that glass. We talked about Kentucky potentially being able to win a national championship. Their defense is something they have to continue to work on, as well as their rebounding. Rebounds per game, they're 119th in the nation. That's something that I think they should be much better at with all their length and athleticism.
Mitchell, the vet, into the paint. Now it's Reeves. Knifes through. Got it. And the foul.
Kevin, this is what I mean when I talk about leadership. You know, who is that, right? You got Trey Mitchell, veteran, going to another veteran. Right now, I don't know if it's because they've come back from the Christmas break after going and beating the rival as dominant as they were against Louisville, for the most points scored in the KFC Young Center. But a lot of times, freshmen, it takes them a while to get going. And that's why the leadership on this team is so critical.
Well, it seems like you just have the right mixture, if you will. The formula seems like a winning one. You got the 3 next-level freshmen like Wagner, Edwards, and Bradshaw in the starting lineup. Shepard, Dillingham coming off the bench.
Yeah.
But just those presences of Mitchell and Reeves, to your point, both playing 30-plus minutes a game are critical. A couple of buckets here for Illinois State. They're trying to hang in this one.
Burford can put up points in a hurry.
Reeves flashes another red-hot start.
He knows his team needs him right now.
So that's 12 for Reeves, into double figures for an 11th time this year. And Fishy's 5 of 7 to start from the floor. And he's just been locked in. Burford plants his feet, goes up and scores.
Nice.
Grown man move.
Well, listed at 6 feet, I think he's probably closer to 5'11", but plays like he's 6'2". He had 25 points in the second half this year.
And he is their all-conference caliber player. Bulked up, added some muscle this season. He's led the way, averaging about 14 a game.
When he gets hot, he can take over a game just like Reeves. Those 25 points in the second half versus North Dakota State were impressive.
Now that Shepard's going to the line. They come at you in waves. Everybody contributes.
Yeah, that's that quality depth we were talking about. On one end, love the hesitation inside out, and Burford amongst the trees off the window, and then Shepard. Look at him playing at a nice pace, crossover, and then he switches to the left to take the advantage to get by and put it up on the window.
You know, Reeves, of course, leading the way with 12. There's mom and dad. Stacy, one of the better women's basketball players in program history.
Yep.
Dad on the right there, Jeff, 98 Final Four most outstanding player. You know, you watch highlights of Kentucky wins this year.
Yeah.
It's not just one or two players. Everybody contributes. Everybody makes plays.
I think they've had 6 guys that have put up 20 or more points this year. So when you're looking at that scouting report, you've got to prepare for everyone.
6 to shoot. Davis wants another. And that 3 banks out. Lee went tumbling to the floor. Numbers for Kentucky. It's 5 on 4. Lee recovers. And Kentucky resets.
Mitchell's asking for the basketball on the block.
He's got Poindexter on him. Kicks out to an open Edwards. Out. There's a 7-footer lead. Started at Illinois. Finds Poindexter. That's good. Movement away from the basketball. Yeah.
For young players at home, so much of this basketball game is played when you do not have the basketball in your hand. Learn to move without the basketball.
Wagner, that quick burst.
You got floor spacers and floor shrinkers.
What do you mean?
DJ Wagner is a floor shrinker. If you do not shrink your defense and converge and build a wall, he will kill you for 40 minutes of play by the dribble drive and attacking the basket.
Yeah, he beat the 7-footer off the dribble that time, so Wagner has 6. He hasn't missed yet. Lee puts it up. Dillingham down with the board. They are a blur in transition. Wagner sets and fires.
Good gracious.
Kentucky sizzling, shooting 60% from the floor. Lee trying to answer. That one rims out. Last touch by looked like Edwards. And so it stays here. Kentucky is thriving right now.
Well, for all those people who didn't believe Kentucky could make three-pointers, they're averaging nearly 11 per game. And if this guy starts shooting, oh my goodness, look out, Big Blue Nation.
Whoa, the new iPhone 15. With that amazing camera, we should definitely have that production stuff. Hey, Ashton, join T-Mobile.
This holiday at T-Mobile, get 4 new iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines of unlimited for $25 a line.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, every day is. Once in a while, all the ways you run. All at Academy. Have fun out there.
There's a reason why it's called a possession. It's not just who has the ball, but the opportunity. From Lexington to Nashville to Columbia, possession means this moment has your name on it. All you have to do is take it. So be ready and don't miss your shot. Pfizer and the SEC are teaming up to remind fans that updated COVID-19 shots are available. Learn more and find a vaccine option at schedulecovidvax.com.
When is a basketball more than a basketball? When it connects a wide-eyed kid to life-changing coaches, mentors, and medical care. It becomes a passport to see the world and an opportunity to build a name into a brand. helps a player with potential turn a scholarship into a college degree and start life after basketball debt-free. For college athletes, a basketball just means more.
What up, y'all? Peter Burns, Ron Slay coming up. SEC halftime report would get you caught up in a wild Texas Gator Bowl conference play 1 week away. Slay, we're getting close.
There, we're knocking at the door.
What are you seeing so far?
I need the big men to get involved. Guards playing phenomenal for Kentucky. Big men, Bradshaw, Mitchell, get involved. Get the bigs involved. I would like to eat.
Fish likes that. Take a look, boys.
A lot of shots to go around on this roster. As you mentioned, it's just quality depth. So who's going to be the guy to beat you on any given night? Today it's been Wagner, it's been Reeves.
Well, DJ Wagner came into this basketball game shooting 27%. And I watched him in practice yesterday and shoot around today. This guy's much better than a 27% shooter. And he's what I call a rhythm shooter. The form isn't perfect every time, but if he stays in the gym, then he's going to be able to make enough with his ability to get to the rim. And then that guy, Antonio Reeves, I mean, he's playing as good as anyone in the SEC. You know, he was projected preseason all second team SEC. I don't see how you're going to keep him on first team right now.
No, I don't think so. 5 of 7 from the floor to start. He averaged 20 a game wearing the visitors' uniform 2 years ago. Led the MVC in scoring. It's the transfer portal. We talked to him about the journey. Shane Coleman was the lead recruiter in courting him, and it just made sense to take his talents to Lexington. He's bought into the all-work culture. Foster going at Onyenso. Back out to Davis and a new 20 for the Redbirds. I'd say that was a good decision a couple of years ago by Reeves. Foster blocked by Onyenso. He's dealing with a couple of Wildcats that were trying to knock it away. Banks on the floor. Burford wants the three and connects.
Coach Cal would not like that. Rob Dillingham did not get on the floor. Illinois State did. Onyenso running the floor. Good fella.
This is just his third game. That's his first field goal. That's through a foot surgery earlier this year. This is the first 8 games of the year. Burford on the reverse.
Absolutely love it. How about him using the shot fake to get Onyenso up in the air?
So a couple of buckets here for Illinois State. Reeves, not that time, and Davis down with the board.
Critical minute 25 left to go in this game for Illinois State to try to stay within striking distance.
It would do wonders for their confidence here if you were able to slice this back to single digits.
Got Foster. Yenso's pushing him off the block. Good pressure, though. That's not Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves smothering Poindexter. 2 seconds. Davis has to chuck it. A fight for it on the baseline. Foster's got it. Maybe trying to call the timeout. And the whistle is a tie-up. So the possession arrow does favor Kentucky right now.
Well, and that's where Rob Dillingham has to continue to mature. Now, there's a difference between being mentally tough, right, and going after the basketball. I love his mental toughness in going after the basketball, but once it's over, it's over. And that's what the officials in there trying to do. And he's probably doing that because he had even more energy and passion after he didn't get on the floor the first time. Sure. Coach Cal, you love to see that he got on the floor the second time. He just has to continue to maintain his maturity.
50.7 to go in the first. It's Kentucky's final tune-up before conference play begins next week. They open at Florida next Saturday. Not their final non-conference game. Remember, they have that February matchup against Gonzaga here in this building. Mitchell backs down lead. Close range for a moment. Shepard bails him out to the corner. Dillingham. Yes, he's going.
He's an X factor. At any time, Dillingham can go off on an 8, 10, 12-0 run all by his lonesome. But this is the end where he needs to get better.
Kentucky, 59% from the floor in this first half. 8 seconds to go. Burford wide open. Left it short. Leave the follow and a whistle. So Lee may get a couple of free throws here with 3.7 to go in the first half.
You mentioned Brandon Lee, the senior out of Deerfield, Illinois, 7'1", 230-pound senior. He played in 16 games for Illinois in the 22-23 season. Actually saw 13 minutes in Minnesota, had 4 points. Went to the NCAA tournament, had Kofi Cockburn.
He played with some studs on that Big Ten championship team a couple of years ago. South Carolina and LSU, the two favorites of the SEC this year on the women's side. They are in action Thursday. The Gamecocks are at Florida at 7, and then Mizzou at LSU 9 Eastern on the SEC network. Missed him. Reeves, 2 seconds. Got a dribble, lost it though, and there's the horn. Regardless, Kentucky takes a 15-point lead into the locker room.
Impressive. Right on the average, right? About 90-plus points a game.
He's good with numbers, folks. We know that. Kentucky shoots nearly 60% from the floor in the first half, so more of that flourishing offense. Peter Bergeron, Slade standing by in the studio. Phyllis, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Welcome to the SEC Halftime Report. It's Mr. Contreras. It's Ron Slade, Peter Burns. Happy holidays. I don't know what the world day it is. Like, this whole week has just been an absolute blur. I know there was football games, there was basketball games, and we're at war. So it's good.
That's right. Sometimes you just gotta just overlook it. This is an overlook week. After Christmas, you overlook to the first.
You can't overlook Kentucky right now. The way that they played against North Carolina, the way that they whooped down Louisville last week when we saw them, and now what they're doing right here in this.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. And I'll tell you the reason it's fun to watch. You got some young guys and they're getting out there and competing. When you get Kentucky playing this way, I think that was the best thing for them. The little bit of time off they had, I guarantee Coach Cal got those guys in the film room and told them exactly what we're going to do defensively. We're going to gap guys, we're going to get hands active, and we're going to push the pace. There's plenty of shots to go around, but you have to share the ball. You get stops, you can share the ball.
Well, it just seems like they've always played really good defense over the last couple of years. Just where was the scoring coming from? It came from a former Illinois State guy, and Antonio Reeves picking up where he left off.
Yeah, he is. And I think when you heard Fishback talk about it, when you leave them out first team, I think it was a slap in the face to say for a minute for those guys.
My favorite stage to the face?
That's it. Now, when you see him getting back and he's playing with a vengeance, if you will, because of Reed Shepard, DJ Wagner, Justin Edwards, all these guys, Bradshaw, so many young guys, Dillingham. It's a problem.
It's a problem right now, and you talked about it. What's the right amount of numbers? You can win any game you have how many turnovers or less in a game?
10 turnovers or less. Anywhere. Neutral site, on the road, Marcus Crowd, it does not matter. 10 turnovers or less, you're taking care of the ball, you can get things done.
1 turnover for Big Blue Nation right here in that first half.
Y'all can do better than that Big Blue.
I don't know. That was pretty damn good. 45-30, they looked really good in that first half. Let's get you caught up on what was a wild second half of a game over in the Tax Slayer Bowl. Gator Bowl right there. This is Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Kentucky take it on Clemson. Right now, this was late into the game. Big time play, 2:43 left to play. Ray Davis in it. All right, so Wildcats up 5, closing seconds. Mafa, his 19th rushing touchdown, I believe, of the game. He actually had 4. That was a Gator record. Then Devin Leary, deep pass late to that game. There's only 13 seconds left. They take the lead.
He's such a feat.
38-35. Wildcats fall to 7-6 after a spirited bowl game. Marion Brown, though, was a force to be reckoned with. 226 all-purpose yards Friday. Second most by a Kentucky player in a bowl game in the last 20 seasons. And had that 100-yard kickoff return touchdown, longest in Tax Slayer Gator Bowl history. And again, the first SEC player since Ole Miss's Deuce McAllister score on a one-catch and kickoff return in the same game. Right now, they're not playing the same game. Justin Edwards, easy bucket. They're making it look easy and rough. 45-30 off that.
Some people just know what room to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
Search for the skies.
Not happening.
He knows better than any GPS, and he points you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road, past the big gray warehouse. Make the next exit. You're not from around here, so you don't know the back roads. I don't want to be late for the party. I'm going to save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
If in life, it's a world of possibilities. If you go for a night out with friends, if you can keep an eye on your money along the way. If you know you have overdraft protection, no fee transfers from savings, and you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the infinite life. Regions Bank embrace the infinite life.
For most of us, there are no guarantees, no golden tickets, no easy roads. But at the University of Kentucky, there is a promise to support and inspire you to reach for what's possible, to lead and create, to heal and discover, as we help solve the world's toughest challenges, transforming lives and improving communities. At the University of Kentucky, we promise to make the possible real.
Hi everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you that if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, listen up. We have live agents available right now to answer your questions and tell you how much your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina Velich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin with us in the Help Center. So Tom, phones are really busy over there. Tell us what kind of calls you're seeing.
Well, Gina, first off, thank you for having me here in the call center with you. We always enjoy talking with the viewers and getting folks the compensation that they deserve. You know, we're seeing calls about all kinds of accidents, but the most common by far has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that was not your fault, give us a call right now. We'll speak with a live person. We'll answer any questions you have and tell you if you have a case and how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. All right, folks at home, you heard it. Take advantage of this opportunity and call now.
Got a little more hoops around the conference. LSU playing their last non-conference scheduled game coming up a little later today when they're going to be hosting Northwestern State at the Pete Mac. That is the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. Demons are just 2-10 on the season. LSU, a slight favorite to win that game down in Baton Rouge. All right, give me one thing that you want to see from LSU before they start getting into conference play coming up after the beginning of the year.
The guard play is settled. I want to see the guys on the wing and on down low continue to be involved. You have a dominant guard handling the ball. Can those guys continue to stay involved? Now, this is a big man bias at the same time, but when games slow down and you need balance on the floor, you got to have somebody you can throw the ball into if the paint is cut off from the guards.
Well, and that's a big difference now. Jalen Cook, his second game coming back, he had 17 and 5. Gave McMahon a little bit of a spark there for the Tigers. As we get a week away now from conference play, I can't wait, man. Because it feels like those were the appetizers. Now we get the main meal. What are the things you're looking forward to as we start conference play?
One, I think initially is health. You got to be healthy going into conference play. It's going to mean so much to guys because you see guys going up and down, teams going up and down because of guys having to miss time.
Is there one that really stands out to you?
Yeah, most definitely. I think Mississippi State. You know, missing first team All SEC performance. Some SEC Player of the Year could have been, but them missing the time, they are rolling. Coach Jan's got those guys, but you need that guy to get you over the hump. Tolu Smith is that guy.
How about what we see this incredible youth of Kentucky versus the team they used to play for, Tennessee, which is like the old man on the lawn and like, hey, Wildcats, get off the ball. Which one do you favor right now?
Well, I favor probably Tennessee right now because I still want to see the bigs get involved with Kentucky.
Do you see a full red remote?
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Won't give anybody problems. But you see in the first half of this game right here, Trey Mitchell and Bradshaw just I don't think that works. You know, if you can't get inside, you need to get the ball.
Not right now, Illinois State out rebounding Kentucky. Kentucky got that happen. Is there a surprise team right now? Maybe developing SEC play?
Yeah, it could be South Carolina, but I'm gonna go with Ole Miss. Chris Beard, they got my attention.
Okay.
You got my attention. Get to see them in person on Sunday. We'll see exactly how far they go.
Looking forward to that SEC play. It begins over on January.
Bob says we going there and watch TV in there.
You checking out all that crossover.
No.
So why you ain't fall back?
I didn't hit the ball, bro.
Why crazy they said you?
Cause I want Chip Cathy.
On a curse, Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
See ya. Caleb Williams, you gotta get out of here. Fansville is cursed. No, Fansville's not cursed. I swear on Dr. Pepper, it's real. I'm not superstitious. I'm number 13. 13? No! And I'm on the cover of this magazine and this video game. You're literally walking through the 3 ladders as you speak. Ladder party, no! I even have a black cat.
Okay. Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. You live in SEC country. You see it, hear it, and feel it everywhere you go. Traditions and rivalries surround you. And there's no such thing as too much as you celebrate the game, Region celebrates your financial wins even more and helps you plan for the next one. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. How can I help you?
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once in a while, all the ways you run, all laid down. Have fun out there.
Whoa, new iPhone 15. Is that amazing camera? I wish my family had them. You're an action star. Hey, action. Join T-Mobile.
This holiday at T-Mobile, get 4 new iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines unlimited for $25 a month.
At Granger, we know dealing with the unexpected is part of your job description. And you made a promise to keep the line running, to power through the downpour, to be the one who always gets it done. And our promise is to help you do it with professional-grade supplies for every industry, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Because you can't predict the future, but with the right partner, you can be prepared for it. Call GoGranger.com or just stop by. Granger, we're the ones who get it done.
Winners of basketball more than a basketball. When it connects a wide-eyed kid to life-changing coaches, mentors, and medical care. It becomes a passport to see the world and an opportunity to build a name into a brand. Helps a player with potential turn a scholarship into a college degree. And start life after basketball debt-free. For college athletes, a basketball just means more.
Slay, are you ready? Coming up on Monday, we got you covered. SEC This Morning, award-winning show, by the way.
I need coffee for that?
Come on. Okay. You want to come over and do the show with us? We can do that. Then we got SEC Nation, Command Center for LSU's game, Nation, Alabama Hometown Radio, and of course, a little SEC football final. But hopefully we're talking about Alabama? Yes, playing in the
Someone in this room stole my autographed basketball, signed by the 1948 All-Star team. So I called in a specialist. And he's specialist.
Okay, let's start with what we do know. Geico makes it easy to bundle coverage for your car and home. Yeah, you can purchase sports coverage.
What a relief. Let's get back to charades.
But it's also going to crack the case.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's true.
It's easy to bundle your home and car. It's easy to Geico.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once in a while, all the ways you run, all laid down. Have fun out there.
Get up to $600 off Peloton purchases at onepeloton.com.
For most of us, there are no guarantees, no golden tickets, no easy roads. But at the University of Kentucky, there is a promise to support and inspire you to reach for what's possible, to lead and create, to heal and discover, as we help solve the world's toughest challenges, transforming lives and improving communities. At the University of Kentucky, we promise to make the possible real.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now and get this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. This book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And if you call right now, as a bonus, we'll throw in a free annuity rate report. We've researched over 1,200 annuities summarizing the rates and benefits for you. So don't miss out on this opportunity because supplies are limited. Call now and find out how you can get up to 33% more income in your retirement, and you'll receive Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report as an added bonus. Both books are yours free just for calling Annuity General today.
Call 800-574-5144. That's 800-574-5144. Again, 800-574-5144.
Back in Lexington, Kentucky, where we're still in the holiday spirit. Did you bring your ice skates? Got the ice skating rink right here outside of Rupp Arena. They didn't have to freeze it. It was below freezing today. Yeah, he's Damian Fishback, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. So Kentucky by 15. We went over the numbers. They averaged about 90 points a game. Halfway mark, they got 45 offense, thriving again. How rhythmic was it that first half?
It was beautiful basketball. And the reason was because they don't turn over the basketball. 13 assists to only 1 turnover, which led to a plethora of three-point shots. Kentucky in this first half, Kevin, was simply sensational. And it came from different weapons. You see Reeves penetrating. How about the pitch there? Edwards showing you his ability to knock it down. Trey Mitchell didn't have a basket in the first half, but he had 4 assists. One goes to Reeves Shepard, and then Reeves, that leader that we talked about in there. How about DJ Wagner? We know how quickly he gets to the floor. If he starts knocking down threes, it smells trouble from all of college basketball. Now on the other side, Darius Russell. How about quick and athletic and explosive to the rim? I thought he did a nice job of playing with his own pace. Kind of actually reminds me a little bit of a little Stephon Moody here at Ole Miss. Not lighting his foot from the hip, but under control, hits a shot whenever he wants. He's going to have to be more aggressive for Illinois State to get back in this game, along with the guy beside him in Foster.
Yeah, that duo went for 19 at Illinois State's 30 as a team. They shot 34% from the floor. They'll need a little more than just 3 of 14 from deep as well. However, going back to Kentucky, you mentioned it, the 13 assists for just the 1 turnover. They've assisted on 13 of their 19 mates. So it's no wonder why they are third in the nation in assist-to-turnover ratings.
Yeah, we talked about their ability to win national championships. Part of that ability will be displayed by the maturity or lack of maturity that we look at here in this second half. They have to maintain their consistency as Malachi Poindexter comes out and knocks down a big shot.
Yeah, that's a nice start for the Redbirds, who again are playing on their biggest stage of the year by far. Their most fierce and rugged opponent. They've got a couple of encouraging wins, including 2 in conference play. They've already started MVC play 2-0. Wins against Murray State and UIC.
Yep.
Foul on the floor. We just begin the second half. There's been a lot of encouraging signs in 12 games for this Redbirds team. That 3-pointer there, a very encouraging start to the second half. Foster whistled for the foul. That's his first. So Kentucky goes back to work on this end, where they shot 59% from the floor in the first half. Edwards, an assertive attack. So Edwards now has 9.
Kevin, that's what I mean when I call DJ Wagner a floor shrinker. He put Darius Burford in a closeout position, which enhances Edwards' game and ability to get to the rim.
Poindexter, same spot, rising fire. So the senior from Mineral, Virginia, he's a shooter. It's a better 3-point shooter than maybe the numbers indicate. Reeves is as good as the numbers indicate.
Yeah, it's almost like the veteran Reeves is saying, look, I'm going to do whatever I need to. I don't want to keep this game close. It's conference play right around the corner, and that's exactly how he should be acting.
Again, he's averaging about 18 a game. Banks, that time, beats his man off the dribble.
Pretty basketball, and a lack of intensity on the defensive end by the Cats.
That time he was a step faster than his counterpart Wagner. Reeves got it. Fires. No. Rebound down to Foster. So Miles Foster now has 7. So he's nearing a double-double. He's got 10 points and 7 boards. Illinois State with 8 quick points in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Poindexter, this side of the court, would have been 3 in a row. Mitchell down on the board. He can handle a fast break at times if needed. That pass was tipped and taken away by Illinois State. Stays here after he's knocked away from Burford. So the Redbirds inbound underneath the hoop. Edwards takes a seat. But Damian, he has shown some good intensity on the defensive side of the floor today. He's got 9 points. So John Calipari, we were listening to him talk to the radio voice, Darren Hedrick, does a wonderful job. He shared his story just then. He stayed here during the break, got thousands of shots in the practice gym, and really put the time and effort in. Lewis underneath could not follow. Kentucky back this way.
I thought Kentucky played one of their better games in a win over North Carolina. They were intense. They rebounded the basketball. They have to play with that same consistency. And I love the fact that Illinois State stopped backing down. And now Mitchell with his first basket of the game.
Ron Slay will be happy. First basket for the 6'9", fifth-year senior from Pittsburgh. Last couple of years, or last year I should say, in West Virginia. Fifth and final year of college hoops in Kentucky. Poindexter, aggressive baseline drive. Couldn't get the jump hook to go. Shepard onto the floor. Yeah, that win against North Carolina is going to go a long way for Kentucky. They scored 87 against the Tar Heels a couple of weeks ago in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think that win's going to go a long way. Some other good wins in the league. You think about Tennessee knocking off Illinois earlier this year, although Illinois obviously lost probably their best player in Terrence Shannon Jr. Just a sad story. But when you look at some of the teams that have really carried the torch for the SEC, you know, Tennessee, Kentucky has been one of them. Auburn dominated an Indiana team who I thought could have knocked off Kansas at home. And we talked about Ole Miss earlier over Memphis and Arkansas. What a big one at home versus Duke. And then the Aggies over Ohio State.
There's Shepard again. So he's taken 4 threes tonight, Damian. He's made 2 of them. And he is the nation's best three-point shooter. It's not like he's only taken 1 or 2 threes a game.
Well, and believe it or not, Kevin, he's even better than you would think. I'm watching in practice yesterday, and they're doing a shooting drill. You see some of the leading three-point shooters with a minimum of 4+ across the country. But he did not miss. I mean, it was probably 30, 40 shots. He may have missed 1 or 2. He just shoots the cover off of the basketball.
That's the nation's leading three-point shooters. Minimum 4 attempts per game. Why 4? That's an adequate amount. Also, Shepard takes 4 a game, so that helps. Put back here for Illinois State gets it back to a 15-point game. Yeah, really effortless shooter. And after the double-double against Louisville last week, named the SEC Rookie of the Week. Lewis got a piece of that reverse. So Illinois State back this way. Davis hoists. Turnover. Banks read that pass. Davis fires. Shepard blocked it. Davis looking for it. Instead, Foster had it taken away. I mean, Shepard is everywhere right now. The block, the steal, might as well take it. Instead, maybe he's getting an assist here. Yep. Foul on Bradshaw. Kentucky has its largest lead of the evening. Reed Shepard, Fish, he's everywhere. The block, the steal, Why not find the hot hand tonight as well? Reeves now with 18 after the latest triple. Kentucky's up 18.
The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is here. Come in now for the exceptional offers you're bound to love. Now through January 2nd.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on Allstate. Not one based on fraud. You don't want to run with Paul or Sarah. That's Dave. And you don't want to rate based on bank. He's got some important business to take care of. Why would you pay a rate based on anyone else? With Allstate, you're connected to a rate based on lunch? Yes, please. That'll be $23. Your ad says it's free. It is for our Economy Ultimate passengers. I'm paid extra. I'll just have water. Okay, cash or card? For water? Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro. Check it out. Made with titanium. We do have free movies. With the purchase of it. I'll just use my iPhone.
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular phone. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
The square in Lexington still lit up with the Christmas colors. Kentucky.
Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold. Iced in the moment.
Fitzgerald with you. So, time for Fish Facts. What do you got tonight?
Yeah, this one's very easy. I got it from Coach Cal. And it's simply that the train is moving and you don't have time. Fact. And the reason Coach Cal is saying that he's creating a sense of urgency right now for his basketball team. We talked about the potential that they have to win the national championship. But with it being your last non-conference game, if you're wanting to win an SEC championship, the Tennessees, the Ole Miss, the Auburn, the Alabamas, right, the Kentuckys, if you want to win that, the time is now, right? If you're trying to be an SEC Player of the Year, a first team, whatever you're trying to accomplish, non-conference is over with. The time is now, and Coach Cal said that the train is moving, and you don't have time.
Well, look alive, because in 8 days, they open up conference play against Florida. They will go to Gainesville to play a revamped Florida team in Todd Golden's second year as the head coach. Florida State trying to hang tough here. Kentucky on the move again. Dillingham underneath. Burks got one man flying.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it, but Dude Diero is out for general soreness in this basketball game. And Burks is now taking an opportunity, and that's what we mean when we say Kentucky has quality depth that they will need if they want to try to win 6 games over the postseason and try to win a national championship and through a rough and rugged SEC play.
By the way, with Burks scoring that one, Damian, all 9 players that have seen the floor have scored.
Well, that's what I mean by quality depth. They've got guys that do different things, but they all are impactful and assets for this Wildcat team.
Mitchell, he's leading Kentucky in assists tonight like he normally does. He averages about 4 a night. Plus, he can stretch the floor as well.
Yeah, well, right now, this game getting out of hands for Illinois State. So every possession now so critical. Can't turn over the basketball. They've actually got good looks, just haven't been able to knock down shots. And when you can't do that, that's when you have to do like Ryan Pete said and try to get to the rim.
Banks connects.
Or knock them down.
So Dalton Banks, in the second half, they've hit 3 triples. But Kentucky just is relentless. Keeps coming at you, and Dillingham is the latest.
They barely let you finish your sentence.
I got to learn it up on my head down against when we're on the call here at a Kentucky game. A lot of buckets in transition. Heck, they've got a 19-zip fast break point advantage over Illinois State. And this is a Redbirds team that is going to be competitive in the MVC this year. They're already 8-4. They've got a couple of encouraging wins against Long Beach State. Remember, they beat USC earlier this year.
Yep.
They're 2-0 in conference. beat a North Dakota State team a couple of weeks ago that is always at the top of the Summit League. So Ryan Pete, the Ohio man, is trying to build his culture, build a program. They're going to get things rolling in year 2.
Well, they'll get tested in the Missouri Valley Conference. Think about Belmont in the league. Now you've got Drake, who was dominant last year, made a quality run. It's a league where this game right here won't hurt them in any way. Right? What you want to do is get better and try to gain confidence in games like this in hopes that you can win your league and then face a team like this again in the NCAA tournament.
Burford into double figures now for his 7th straight game. Illinois State in Normal, Illinois. Dillingham does the abnormal. Heading back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Rob Dillingham's one of those guys who I think will just excel even more once he gets to the NBA level. He has an unorthodox game. His shot doesn't look perfect, but it goes in. He looks like he's out of control, but he doesn't turn it over that much and is a great distributor. He's the type of guy that you love to have on your team because you know you're going to get energy, effort, excitement, and as a result, 10 points, 4 out of 6 tonight.
Beautiful chaos. Yeah?
Beautiful chaos. I'll take that.
That's not my... I stole that from Penny Hardaway. I can't... That's not my work there. The freshman on the pull-up got Shepard in the air, draws the foul, and so Kinziger is headed to the free throw line when we return. Kentucky continues to overwhelm Mission Buffett. Shot the ball well in the first and 75% of the fourth in the second.
Internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $50 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up, say goodbye to that.
Transfers from savings. When you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the adventure. Regions taking risky life.
Next season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
What's happening, Sheriff?
It's a transfer portal. It's out of control. Who is it on defense? No! Not our starting quarterback! We need him! No! You can't leave! Our offense revolves around you! Get me your other head! That's what Dr. Pepper is!
You can't leave. Quarterbacks.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Kentucky has opened up its largest lead of the evening. They're up by 23, 12 minutes to go in this second half. We have found the former Kentucky great Sean Woods now joined us, member of that 92 team, back with Damian Fishback. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back to Lexington.
Hey, it's been great to be back. You know, I haven't been back in 25 years to watch a college basketball game in this arena since I've been coaching, so now I'm not. This has been home base for me, and what better way to spend your time when you're not coaching, being in Rupp Arena watching the Cats play.
Well, you played here, you coach here, so I'm going to get right to it. What's your thoughts on this year's Cats team, Sean?
I tell everybody that I call this team the Thundercats. They got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're young, but they're not scared. They just play. Yeah. And that's scary for young guys when they don't know actually what they're in. You know what I mean? Yeah. They just come out here and play. No pressure, no nothing. They don't care about the SEC, who they're playing. They just want to hoop, and they play like it.
Well, when you were here in Kentucky, I know obviously you had some great memories, but what are some of your better memories here?
I'll tell you what, man. There's no place like playing in this place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I very seldom lost in this place, but look at this crowd. Yep. You know, this is what Kentucky basketball is all about. And it's hard for anybody to come in here. I came in here as a coach, too, and was treated like the opposing team. So I know what it's like when you came in here years ago.
Well, it's an incredible place. Like you said, this is the last tune-up here before conference play begins next week. Going back to a point that you mentioned, it does seem like you got just a roster full of alphas, if you will. You know, when you're coaching players like that, the winning mentality, what's it like?
It's easy because, like everybody says, when you got 5 guys on the floor at all times that can dribble, pass, and shoot, that's hard to defend. Yeah. They don't run a lot of sets. They just spread you out and try to drive you until something happens, and they all can shoot the basketball off of hard penetration. The thing about this team is going to be the Achilles heel in the SEC is how good can they defend the rebound coming down the stretch.
No doubt. We've been talking about that today, kind of where they have been ranked. And, you know, when you look at this Kentucky Wildcat team, obviously they're up 20-plus points today. But what do you think is going to be the key that takes them from, let's say, SEC championship to a national championship outside of just defending and rebounding?
Stay dumb. And what I mean by that is forget about the significance of what they're involved in. Yeah. Just keep the mentality of just playing freely and continue to get better defensively from a cohesive standpoint. But we're going to have to rebound the ball better coming down the stretch, as everybody knows. Nice.
Speaking of those alphas, by the way, DJ Wagner.
I mean, everybody, it's everybody's turn. You know what I mean? When you got the ball, it's your turn. Now, if you ain't got it, then you get off of it. Now it's his turn. That's a fun way to play instead of coming off staggers and things like that. Everybody has a chance to do their thing, and Kyle's done a great job of exploiting these kids talent-wise. Yeah. As far as the NBA is concerned, nobody's in a box. Yep. Just as long as you make the right play, you have a chance to be successful, especially in this program.
You know, Sean, so many times, right, Kyle got off to such a great start here. Mm-hmm. 4 Final Fours, the national championship, everything so early. But when you think about the fact that he's won 6 SEC tournament titles, right, and the next closest school is Alabama with 8 SEC tournament titles. What are your thoughts on the job that he's done and his dominance, in particular since coming to the SEC?
I'll tell you what, he's in the biggest hot box in America. This is the #1 program in all of college basketball. So they want national championship or contend every year. Yeah. But this transfer portal has changed some things, and he's had to gather himself again and find his identity from a recruiting standpoint. I think he's done a great job, especially with this team, because he's
Check out the new 2023 Ram 1500. Get 10% off MSRP during the Wrap Up the Year sales event.
It feels like they certainly have that formula that you're referencing. So take us back down memory lane. Let's go to that 92 team. It was filled with so many. Speaking of veterans, filled with a whole bunch of veterans. You mentioned about when you try to make a run and do something great. Stay dumb, maybe block everything out, stay present. How did you guys do it? How do you do that as a team collectively?
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Pitino done a great job. We knew what we had. We had a bunch of Kentucky guys, you know what I mean? And we had probably the second best player in America, Jamal Mashburn. Right. So we just lost ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Practice was so tough that we didn't know what we were into. We were just trying to survive. And we knew that a loss was going to be tough the next day, so we wanted to make sure that, hey, we ain't let nobody spoil out there in practice. So for 40 minutes, buddy, you are in trouble because it's more than just winning this basketball game. It's about surviving when you get back to Memorial Coliseum for practice with Rick Pitino.
Well, so Big Blue fans want to know now, what is Sean Woods doing now? What does he want to do going forward?
Well, Sean Woods is just taking a breath. You know what I mean? Just breathing a little bit. Analyzing, you know, what's his next move. I could go back to coaching, you know what I mean? I might want to do what you guys do, you know, that's kind of, you know, interesting me. So I'm glad you guys having me on. This may be my next move. I enjoy listening to you guys and things like that. By me being in this situation as a player, as a coach, I think I can bring some things to the table as far as commentating like you guys do.
This place, Lexington, you talked about just being in this arena and being, you know, every day, this stage with the crowds that are here.
Right.
Man, just how special was this place for you? Just Lexington in general.
Man, it's unbelievable. You know what I mean? It's the Commonwealth. Like right now, you can go rob somebody, go break in a store, whatever, because this whole state of Kentucky becomes paralyzed when the Cats are playing.
If there was a time to do it.
That's good. That's good. Well, when you look at this game here, right, and I know you've been obviously watching from the stands, what have you seen from Illinois State? What have you seen from Kentucky? I guess the struggles of Illinois State.
Well, the struggles is every time down the court is pressure because whoever they put in has got an opportunity to take you off the bounce and embarrass you. But Illinois State is known for being tough and tenacious. They're going to fight, but I just think they're outmanned 1 through 5 because these guys are just so talented and in all aspects, especially offensively. And I'm telling you right now, Cal's done a great job. He's still doing a great job of trying to mold these guys and show them the importance of what defense means to winning the national championship. And they're just a little bit away, but they're supposed to be young. You know, defense is going to be the last thing that comes because of you so young coming from high school.
I got to ask you one more. The last time I had the UNC Wilmington game, and I heard the Kentucky fans were beating me up because I had Sean Woods on the all-platoon. And I have 4 teams, Sean. I don't know if they watched it. I had 4 teams, and they still beat me up. Now, what did I do wrong?
They were relevant, man. You know what I mean? You know, people forget, you know, how good we were. That's almost 30 years ago. You know what I mean? They barely remember Jamal Masbury. You know, Richie Foreman, John Pelfrey, Darren Feldhouse, and those guys were household names back then. Yep. But it's a new era. You know what I mean? And it's still exciting. And that's what Kentucky basketball is all about, man. It never misses a beat.
It's the pro factory, to your point. It's year after year, class after class, and there's certainly a lot of future pros on the court this year as well.
It's amazing that the fans around here, they see more guys in the NBA than they do while they're playing here. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that's different that the fans don't like is these guys don't stay long enough. But today's game has changed. Yeah. And we've always gotten the top players in America. Now you can go earlier. You know what I mean? When I came out, going early was not as popular, but now it is. You know what I'm saying?
And what are your thoughts if the fans don't like that call? I'm sure you've heard those before.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the state of the game of basketball in regards to the transfer portal, the NIL? What are some thoughts on what needs to be done and what you'd like to have been done?
Well, from a coaching standpoint, okay, kids, you know, I know you got to give them their freedom to make their own decisions, just like coaches make decisions, coaching changes and things like that. Sure. But the purity of the game, where a kid can just bounce from here to there, I don't know if that's teaching a kid good morals, you know what I'm saying? Because I look at transfers not as quitters, but not staying the course. Used to be, you stayed all 4 years. You know, if you didn't play as much as a freshman, you worked your butt off to play more minutes as a sophomore, as a junior, as a senior. Now, the patience of the game as far as the kids concerned is very short. Right. They want instant gratification. You know, we live in a microwave society now. And coaches around America now are making a major adjustment because of that. And another thing, when you get a transfer in, okay, he may be a great player there, but he may come from a losing program. So now you come to Kentucky, the whole aura changes on where you are. Sure. You know, the mentality is different. You know, you're not going to get away with the things that you got away with at the school you came from. So that's the thing. You don't know what you're getting. All you see is on tape. You're not getting what type of character he is. Why is he leaving? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And things like that. So it's a little bit bigger than just transferring, especially from a coaching standpoint.
And that's what makes it so difficult. You did it the last few years in the summer. That's what makes it maybe the game so arduous, if you will. It's not about just the talent you see on the tape. What sort of player do you want to bring into your program out of that transfer portal? You know, and to your point, did you look for winners? Did you look for those players in the winning programs?
Well, I'm looking for a winner. You know what I mean? I'd rather get a guy that's coming from a winning program that understands the significance, the importance of being on time, being disciplined, having a winner's mentality, being selfless. All these guys are looking for the next fix to try to figure out how they can get off more so than fitting into an environment to win big. Yeah.
As Miles Foster makes that turnaround jump hook, that's exactly what Coach Ryan Peaton said, that he looks for winners and culture-type guys.
You got to have it to win basketball games, especially at this level. And, you know, everybody wants to win now. Yeah, and it's not about X and O's, it's about Jim and Joe's, you know that. So you got to have the right Jim and Joe's to have special years and it's mostly coaching, but that team is what wins you games.
Sure.
And the teams that come together the most at the right time is the teams that win. And I think the beauty of this team for Kentucky is I think they have it. That's what I mean by it. Right. I think they got that killer. I think they don't know much, but they really like playing with each other. They respect each other.
Yeah.
And, watching practice every day since I've been here, man, you see that. You don't see nobody bickering against each other. They're always trying to help each other out because they're all trying to prove themselves every single day. And that's good for coaching. Cal ain't got to motivate because they know that, hey, this other guy can play just as good as I can. I better, if I'm playing 5 minutes, I'm going to play the best 5 minutes that I possibly can.
And now actually to check out a sandwich.
Well, you know what that's all about. Again, Sean Woods is here with us. Wildcat great. You're on that 92 team that won a title. You know what that formula is.
Now actually check out a sandwich.
It can't go the distance.
The difference is we had guys that have been together for 3 or 4 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's tougher now to mold the team of new guys, especially young guys who just in the prom in May. Yeah. So it takes a heck of a coach and a heck of an environment to mold these guys. And I just think that Cal did a great job from a recruiting standpoint of getting the right mix. And a big part of that is Reed Shepherd, I think.
Yeah. Well, you talked about recruiting Kentucky guys. You guys all being Kentucky guys, and it means something different when you're from the state to wear the jersey.
Yeah.
And Reed Shepherd is a prime example of that. And then
he's done everything else but throw one down tonight.
Because these Kentucky guys can show these other guys that are not from Kentucky what this is all about.
It's been a pleasure to have you. You're kind enough to join us here. Sean Woods, member of that 92 SEC championship team. Welcome to Kentucky and Lexington. Good luck.
I'm not doing
Internet from T-Mobile. It only costs $15 at T-Mobile. Just one cord to set up. Say goodbye to that beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Make no razor rates at T-Mobile. You'll get a great deal every day.
Only Kevo, just $50 a month.
Let me tell you a story.
Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Introducing Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact.
It is so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Strengthen and tone your legs, increase your mobility, flexibility, and balance. Plus, stimulate healthy circulation.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better. It makes me feel stronger too.
Perfect for home therapy. Whisper quiet to use while you work.
My circulation is moving, I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. Call and get upgraded to the Deluxe Bundle. Get the faster motor or 5 miles of steps per hour, the step counter, the sport mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
While you're watching Hoops, let's get you a little football update. Cotton Bowl, Ohio State, and Missouri. How about MIZ, ZOU playing a little defense? No Kyle McCord, he's in the transfer portal. Devin Brown, their quarterback. Well, ends up being 4th down. Scoreless game right now, 0-0. Back to you guys.
Peter, thank you. Back in Lexington. Where they didn't have to freeze that thing. The temperatures are below freezing in Lexington.
Oh, that would be great. That would slip and fall right there. That would be me. Don't feel bad, yo. That would be me all day long.
Calipari's team with a 21-point lead over Illinois State. Good stuff with our friend Sean Woods.
Yeah, well, you know, the guy who was a player and as a coach, and you look at his numbers, he had a tremendous career, and everybody remembers his shot before, obviously the shot, which was terrible for Kentucky fans. But, you know, Sean Woods is a different type of guy. I love the comments that he made with Coach Cal, though. You know, Coach Cal, people forget that COVID team, which Coach Ryan beat, they actually beat that team, I think, when he was at Ohio.
That's right.
But that COVID team, Coach Cal always says that he thinks that they could have made a run to the Final Four. I would be in agreement. When you look at the job of Emmanuel Quickly, Tyrese Maxey, you think about guys like Isaiah Britt, they had a good nucleus of guys that were continuing to get better. Nate Sestina. And so that's another year that I think fans forget about because we never got to see how that year panned out.
Emmanuel Quickly on that team as well. So they won the league that year, and we know that John's a very persuasive guy. I'm in agreement with you. I actually do agree. That was a Final Four caliber team. He certainly remembers it that way and believes that with good reason. Yeah, the 2017 team was so close, if not for that Luke May shot. Even the 2019 team that fell to Auburn in the Elite Eight was on the precipice as well. So I think it goes without saying, Davey, you said it right off the top that this team is not just an SEC championship caliber team, but a Final Four national championship caliber team. Now, there's a lot that still needs to unfold. We're just about done with non-conference play, and we're going to kick off the de facto second half of the season next week. So there's a lot that will unfold.
Yeah, I can't
so far,
wait.
good signs, yeah. Burks almost got that one to go. Heads to the line for two.
The team who I may be most anxious to see is Vermont Paris in South Carolina, the Gamecocks. They have been a surprise as much as anyone outside of Ole Miss. But when they get into SEC play, they position themselves to get to the tournament. When they get into SEC play, we'll get to see what they're all about.
They're 11-1, winning against Virginia Tech, if I remember correctly. Here's the two other ranked teams in the SEC right now. Ole Miss at Tennessee next Saturday to kick off conference play. It's a 6 Eastern tip right here on the SEC Network. That will be a rugged battle.
Yeah, in the middle you got Jonas Adu, who will be matched up against Cisse, two-time Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. And you've got Sharp, who's, 7 foot and some change, who led the nation in block shots before. You've got Flanagan in regards to guards that's been there on the other side, Josiah Jordan James and Vescovi. I mean, it is a plethora of talent, and that could have implications of a potential SEC championship team as well.
So Ole Miss has one more non-conference game. Burks says, not here. Rejects that one.
Is that what he said?
Not here, not this year. Maybe a little more colorful language. I was never good at trash talk. Dillingham up ahead to Reeves. He's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, Burks brings a different type of athleticism to this basketball team. Maybe the most athletic player on their team, actually.
He's a freshman from Alabama. So Reeves going to the line. He's got 20, so it's another 20-point game for Antonio Reeves. His fifth, running against his old club. Well, back to Ole Miss for a moment. They're unbeaten. They have one more non-conference game against Bryant. That's on New Year's Eve.
Sure.
So they are staring 13-0 in the face heading into conference play. Best start in program history, 13-0. 16 years ago, so they are nearly on the verge of matching that.
And what better way to test and find out where you are than to play the Tennessee Volunteers, right? Coach Rick Barnes, Hall of Fame ballot, about time. I think he's a no-brainer, and he's always been a Hall of Famer. He continues to prove that.
It's a deep post kiss that time by Foster, counted, and the foul. So Foster has been assertive and aggressive game tonight.
Well, you got to think about him. But when he was at Monmouth, he actually led their team in scoring and rebounding. Had 12.5 points per game, was extremely efficient at 46%. Struggled from the free throw line, about 57%. But he's a guy who I think as they get into conference play will continue to be a staple for Illinois State's basketball team along with Burford.
Monmouth University. It's in New Jersey, Monmouth County, home to New Jersey's most pristine beaches. Of course. As I'm sure you do. It's on Spring Lake, beautiful little beach. It's my home state. Going back the other way.
Should I come visit, Kevin?
Go the other way. Why don't you go down to those Florida beaches? So I'd save you a little time in the air.
You know, this game has been out of reach really since kind of midway through the first half. But when Coach Cal pulls up this tape, he's still going to look at his team and say they have to defend for 40 minutes. And Coach Ryan Peterson would love the way that his team attacked the glass. They just haven't made enough shots throughout the night.
Yeah, there's a triple right there from Poindexter. And you're right, Illinois State tonight been +6 on the glass. They're actually 21-6 offensive rebound advantage. Now, it's hard to get offensive rebounds when you're making everything on this end of the floor.
No question.
That's Kentucky. 56% from the floor tonight.
Right around their average. 44% from the three-point line. 11 three-pointers on the night.
So it's another 25-point day for Antonio Reeves. Again, it's such a unique game for him in a lot of ways, Damian. He started his career in that red uniform.
Yeah.
And he is just a bona fide scorer and shooter this season with Kentucky. Just the example of the possibilities that a transfer portal can open up. Wagner trying to break down Banks. Turns. Way off that time on the 12-footer. Foster down with another rebound. He's got a double-double. He's got 18 and 13. So, solid work for the senior from Brooklyn.
Good pass.
Onienso sends it back. Dillingham. Burks. Throwdown. Kentucky showing you the full range of abilities tonight. A couple players down on the floor. 3 goes up, and that's wide. Coming up on the 2.5-minute mark in the second half. Kentucky a couple minutes away from improving to 10-2.
Yeah. Really sound basketball throughout the entire night. Poindexter got a little push that time on Burks.
Banks higher off the glass and in.
Banks has had a solid game in double figures, 3 rebounds to go with that in 33 minutes. Pretty efficient as well.
So Illinois State has 4 scorers in double figures. Wagner to the bucket. DJ Wagner, 6 of 10 shooting tonight. He has 14. He's been the maestro at times. But remember, Kentucky still does have one more non-conference game. We got the extra week this year, so they're playing Gonzaga in February. Here comes Dillingham. Throwdown! Rock Dillingham strikes again. Fisher, yes. Make a Foster party. And Dillingham's good for one of those a game. Yes.
After the windmill in the Louisville game.
Look out below Antonio Reeves. All right, does that live up to your expectations?
I know these 20,000 fans expect it, and as Sean Wood says, demands it on a regular basis.
Less than a minute to go now. Kentucky's got 94. That one is down for Poindexter. Kentucky scored 118 earlier this year against Marshall. Dillingham back into the paint, tapped in on Yenso. That's to the knocking on the door.
I'll go, Bishop.
Not sure
I'll go.
they'll have the possessions to do it.
I'm not asking something.
Seconds to go.
I'll go.
We step aside.
Yeah, sounds.
Kentucky pouring it on. Dillingham
Because I love my cousins.
Highlight this.
I
That's
go.
the history of throwdown.
I go.
Drop it up on this side to the Reeves.
300.
Yes, that'll be $23. For access, it's free. It is for our ultimate passengers who paid extra. I'll just have water.
So that means no, Kelvin?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best
Yeah.
deals, guaranteed.
You say no. You say no. But you do it anyway.
We do have free movies with the purchase of headphones. I'll just use mine.
AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone. Any iPhone. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 13
Emotional Fayetteville by Dr. Pepper.
You know, that Becky and I are getting pretty serious.
She's a great girl, CJ.
I started watching college football again. You like college football? Well, Becky opened my eyes to the complexities of the sport. The West Coast offense, the triple option. I knew you were late. Hey, I even started growing pain on my chest. My boy
Doesn't make it to go. And you know how to break without breaking everything. And you're definitely not doing, okay, I don't even know what this is, but you're definitely not doing that. With Allstate, you're connected to a rate based on you.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's Allstate Good Hands plays. We got a few for you here. Kentucky pouring it on.
Well, they started out shooting the cover off of the basketball from the three-point line. Reed Shepherd showing his ability to not only be a shooter, but to get to the basket as well as be a defender, ninth in the nation in steals. How about him displaying his ability to block shots tonight? Every guy that is in that blue and white jersey tonight truly stepped up and played a good basketball. And how about Reeves now beginning to solidify himself as not only a potential SEC first teamer, but as another potential candidate, along with Wade Taylor, right, at Texas A&M. We got a lot of guys, but you've got to start looking at him as a potential SEC player of the year as well.
I don't doubt it. 27 points tonight, so he's got 5 20-point games. And this one's over. He'll be, up to 19, 20 points per game, 11 games, maybe 12 games in. And he is shooting the basketball at a next-level rate right now. Any way to slice it, Kentucky overwhelming its adversary tonight. 8 days from today, they'll be in Gainesville to open up SEC play against Florida. It's a pair of missed free throws. What did they win?
Some kind of food. Everybody likes free food, don't care where you at.
Or what it is. Sometimes. Some of the lightly used reserves into the game here for Kentucky. Grant Derbyshire, Kareem Watkins, Brennan Canada as well. Also Joey Hart and Walker Horn. Who wants to be the one to take it? Ready to shoot. This is Hart. Passes it up. Had the chance, Davey, and he was there. 14.2 to go. The unselfishness on display.
There you go.
Unselfishness. Meanwhile, Illinois State will fall to 8-5. Well, it should be a team that will be near the top of the MVC. Kentucky opens up SEC play next week with a